Hello friends, welcome. Friends, just yesterday on 24th of April, TRAI came out with their February 2025 subscriber data report. Now, this is probably one of the exception month where two consecutive reports have been reported, cascadingly. You see, 31st March 2025 report was released on 21st April 2025 and on 24th April 2025, 20th February 2025 report was published. Now, friends, I already have done a report of confusing. So, if you look at this title of this YouTube video, it says TRI's confusing subscriber report: the hidden 5G FWA shuffle explained. So, I will paste a link of this YouTube video in the current YouTube's description, and you can watch it if anybody has missed out this report. Now, friends, why I am doing this video? The reason I'm doing this video is the confusion which I have reported in this video has further got amplified. It is such a big confusion. You cannot imagine, friends, that when I tell you all the series of errors which have been reported or discrepancy you have reported, you will lose trust in the TRAI reporting. There is no point in even looking at the TRAI reporting because the numbers do not match. And TRAI does not even explain, the discrepancies. Maybe the operators are not making correct reporting, but it is a responsibility of the TRAI to verify what the operator is doing, because operators are reporting numbers in their quarterly report and then they are reporting their numbers in the TRAI report. Sometimes the number do not match. Most of the time, number do not match. Maybe one of the operators' numbers are matching. I'm going to show you, but the market leaders numbers do not match, and then there are glaring discrepancies. Let me start by going through the PPT which I have created in order to make this discussion more structured. So friends, let's go to this slide. Let me just take off the ribbon so that it becomes a little bit more better so that you can see it. So if you look at this title of this presentation, it talks about TRAI subscriber data reporting, a crisis of credibility. So actually it is a crisis of credibility. People do not dissect this report. They take this report as face value. So many articles are done, and I can tell you that there is absolutely no synergy between one report versus the other. So let's go and step by step and see what the problems are. The second part of, the second slide. So let's go to the second slide. So why I'm doing this video and what has changed? TRAI released subscription data for 2 consecutive months, January and February, first time ever. A signaling a change of reporting schedule maybe or just one-off raises fresh concern about data accuracy, consistently and validation, and I'm building on the anomalies which I had flagged in my earlier YouTube video. This is the link, right? I'm going to paste this in the description. Now, structural changes in reporting in from January, which I'm just repeating for those viewers who have not seen the earlier video. So what TRAI has done, FWA, fixed wireless access, has been separated out from the wireline bucket. So there is a wireline bucket and there is a wireless bucket, right? Both adds together total user base. Now, FWA was earlier bucketed with wireline, which is annexure 1, right? Here annexure 1, and wireless was kept without FWA, so nothing has changed as far as wireless bases are concerned, right? But when they aggregate this, they add the FWA to wireless base to come out with a summary, total number, which is the summary number of both wireless and wireline. From a total point of view, they are adding it, but the individual annexure 1 and annexure 2 are deprived of wireless fixed access. Now, they have a separate annexure 5, which is the bottom of their report, which they are using for FWA reporting, and there are no retrospective adjustment made, and which kind of creates some confusion. Now, Bharti's wireline number, and this is a very serious affair, friends. I can understand one-off error, right? In the January report, I pointed out that there was an error in Bharti's reporting. Now, they have repeated the same error again. Let me explain to you, and I will show you the summary. I will go through the numbers, in this slide, as well as I'm going to go to my dashboard where I'm going to point out why there is a discrepancy. Now, if you look at Bharti's FWA number of January 2025 was 872K. How do I know that? And let me go to this report and I'll go straight to the annexure, last annexure, and you can see 872.08, 872K, which is 8772308, right? So this is the number, right? So this is what I have mentioned here. expected wireline subscriber would fall, because as I told you, this is the cumulative FWA number. So in the month of January 2025, because this number has been extracted out of the wireline bucket of Bharti, it is expected that the wireline number should have fallen, right? But it did not. And how do I know this? I'll show you my dashboard, right? So if you look at this dashboard, and if I go and pick wireline here, and you will see what is going on. You can see this. Nothing has dropped. Whereas in Reliance Jio's case, it is dropped. This is Reliance Jio. This is Bharti. Okay. And the Bharti's numbers are continuously increasing. Now, if this is Indian Telecom subscriber operator wise trend, and now I have picked wireline here. Now, if the wireline numbers have been netted out from the overall number, which was from December, which is up to December 2024, means up to December 2024. I am assuming both for both Bharti as well as for Reliance Jio, these numbers were inclusive of FWA. Now, if Reliance numbers went down, why did Bharti's number kept on increasing? Can you answer this question? I don't have an answer. So please, so this is a clear discrepancy. And how do I know that? Because there is no way Bharti could have added so many OFC subscribers, which is clearly evident from the current report, because the current report clearly shows that how much FWA they have added. So if I go to the current report, and I'm going to show you the February report here, and if I go down below in February report, you can clearly see Bharti has added how much subscriber increment net addition? 162K. 162K of FWA Bharti has added, because this is the FWA subscriber annexure file. So if Bharti has added only this much, FWA, which clearly points to the fact that in this case, this increase could not have been due to OFC, because OFC numbers are pretty low. If I do an incremental here, if you see here, let's do a market increment, because now there is no, assume that there is no FWA here. So you can see that these are the increments Bharti is making, increments. So these has to be on OFC, fixed line broadband without FWA. So these numbers are pretty low. You see, Reliance has added only 0.09 million. Bharti has added 0.11 million. I really don't know what's going on. If it is 0.11 million here, how can it be in this report, February 2000 report, if assume that this number has been added to that, this is how much? This is 0.16 million. So if assume that Bharti's numbers are still inclusive of FWA, right? Let's go here. If you assume that the Bharti's numbers are still inclusive of FWA, then there has to be this number, the last increment, right? Which is, let me just give you market increment here. The last increment number should be at least that of the FWA. Assume that the Bharti did not add any fixed wireless OFC subscribers, broadband subscribers, which is not. It is 0.11 million. Here I showed you the number. Where is the number here? This number is how much? 0.16 million. So it does not add up. I don't know what is going on, This kind of thing, this is so obvious. TRAI should ask the operators to report their numbers correctly. They can't be acting like a black box. Whatever the operators are reporting, just throw it to the market. Then what is the point of TRAI? Why is TRAI sitting there doing what? Right? So now let's go to the next chart. Broadband segment mismatch FWA numbers do not add up. Right? So if you look at this slide, and I'll show you why. FWA grew from 4.8 million to 5.16 million. How do I know that? I'll go to this again, February number, and you see it grew from how much? 5.2 million to 6.2 million, right? Look at this number. Sorry, it grew from January to February. So let me just go again to this number, January to February. This is the January and this is February. Yeah, 5. So I think there is a slight error here. Just ignore that. The slide that I have carries is slightly error. This has an error because this number is 5.7 to 6.2 and my slide is showing 4.8 to 5.16. Just ignore that error, right? For the timing, because I have this is a inadvertent error by me, right? This should have been 5.71 and this should have been some 6 point something. So TRAI fixed broadband February shows only 4.9 million. How do I know that? Let me go to the TRAI report. Now if I go to TRAI report and I go straight to that particular page, let me just show you. You'll be surprised what is going on, right? So let's go here, and this is the broadband subscribers, right, page. Now, what is broadband subscribers? We have got wired subscribers and wireless subscribers. Now, wireless subscriber includes what? 5G FWA, Wi-Fi, WiMAX, radio, and satellite. January number should have been at least equal to that of FWA, right? They cannot be negative. So this number should be 5 point something, and this number should be 6 point something, because it includes 5G FWA. 5G FWA. How can these numbers be different? Tell me, friends. If you see here, this is January, this is February. I told you this number is 5 point something, and this is 6 point. Cumulative numbers clearly given by the operators probably to TRAI, which is 5G FWA. Now this includes 5G FWA. It can't be that these numbers are negative. If Wi-Fi is negative, we are going in a quantum domain, where you can have negative customers, right? What is this nonsense going on, friends? I do not understand. These kind of small discrepancy cannot be caught by TRAI. How can it? Why? How can they be just being acting like a robot, right? Even AI has got their intelligence so sharp that they will be able to find out this discrepancy, right? Now let's go to the next chart. So there is a clear data, mismatch, right? Now BSNL. Now this is very, very strange. BSNL from January to 24 to 25 did 6.05 million. So their wireline subscriber, I'm just saying, wireline subscriber fell from 6.05 million to 6.10 million. From January to February, the number jumped to 7.77 million, a jump of 1.7 million in one single month, 28% growth in one single month, highly improbable. And I'll tell you, I'll show you the data and you will be able to see what is going on. Look at this. This is BSNL. This is wireline, right? And BSNL was losing subscribers suddenly in the month of February. They gained 1.7 million wireline sub. Can you imagine this? How can it be possible? And let me do wireline, and let me do this is wireline is fine. Let me do absolute numbers, and you can clearly see the absolute numbers, what is going on here. This is the wireline numbers, right? And then suddenly the wireline numbers jumped to 7.7 million. Now if I do an integrated both wireless as well as wireline, you will find that the subscriber of BSNL will be seen as going up. So this gives a very, very bad, kind of a representation. People who do not dissect the numbers into each and every compartment will get a sense that suddenly there is a rise of subscribers, right, on BSNL. Now, if I do only wireless, and let's look at what is going on as far as BSNL is concerned. Look at the BSNL numbers is going down, which should be, because they are losing subscribers, which is correct. Then how can they get 1.7 million wireline subscribers? Now, let's look at Vodafone. Now, Vodafone numbers are going down. Looks like that Vodafone has stabilized their wireless subscribers because they only lost 20k, and therefore this is not getting represented in this number, right? So this looks like that Vodafone, if these numbers are accurately represented, Vodafone actually has been able to prevent loss of subscriber in the month of February 2025, right? Which is a very good sign, right? Now let's go to the next slide. So Vodafone Idea subscribers. So now let's look at one more very, very interesting thing. Where are the 7.4 million subscribers for Vodafone Idea? Why? Because if you go to Vodafone Idea's quarterly report of FY25 Q3, they are reporting 199.8 million mobile sub. TRI data shows 207.25. Let me show you again. TRI data shows what? In December, 207.3, right? But if you go to the quarterly report of Vodafone Idea, this is the quarterly report, and if you see this number for Q3 is 199.8, right? Can you see this? It's clearly it is here, right? So where is this discrepancy of 7.45 million? Why they are reporting lesser subscriber number in their quarterly report and a higher number in the TRI report? Similarly, Bharti is also doing the same thing. Their quarterly report number is 356.5 million, right? TRI report, they are giving 385.3 million. There is a gap of 28.8 million. Now, if Bharti is adding their FWA subscribers here, this number should be higher, right? Because TRI number, we know that it is deprived of FWA. So The FWA is carved out, suggesting that there is something going wrong which I do not understand. Now let's go to Reliance Jio. Reliance Jio is probably the only operator where there is a synergy between the TRAI report and their quarterly report. How do I know that? Because Reliance Jio's quarterly report says 481.8 million subscribers. TRAI report says 465.13 million wireless plus 16.9 million of wireline, which includes FWA. If you add this, it comes out to be 482 million. Let me show you what is Reliance Jio doing. So look at this Reliance Jio's quarterly report. Subscriber base, the total subscriber base of 482 million Q3 FY25, right? And if you go to the February number, and if you go down below here, Reliance Jio, in the February number, you will find that Reliance Jio is here. Where is Reliance Jio? Wireless is 467.58 and wireline is, sorry, this should not be this number because we are looking at the December number. So I have to go for the different report because that is where the FWA numbers were added in. So December number, if you look at Reliance Jio here, it is 465, right? And in case of wireline, if you go here, the wireline number for Reliance Jio is 16.9, which is exactly in my slide, right? 465.13 and 16.9. That's why Reliance Jio matches, but it does not, the other operators do not match. So summary of key discrepancies: Bharti, FWA not netted, wireless overshoot by 28.8 million. So if Bharti has overshot, VI has overshot, why Reliance Jio has not overshot? Means there is some kind of discrepancy. TRAI should ask the operator, what are you trying to do? Why your numbers are not matching? And why BSNL has reported 1.7 billion extra wireless? Where? It has fallen from heaven somewhere, all those subscribers, right? So these gap matters because operator reports conflict with that of TRAI data. No clarification or correction issues by TRAI. Data credibility is compromised, affects investor confidence, especially for travel operator, because they cannot trust any data. From now onwards, I will not trust any of the data which TRAI is reporting because it makes no sense. Absolutely makes no sense. You can see, like, in front of you whatever I've showed you. So what TRAI must do now? It should clarify the methodology and reconcile with operator filing. They should. Otherwise, they should penalize the operator for misreporting. Ensure consistently across all annexures and timelines. Because if TRAI cannot maintain the consistency, they should stop reporting. We will go with what operators are reporting. Okay. Explain sudden spike and dip in reporting data. Uphold transparency and restore integrity. Right. Now, the last slide. Earlier, I flagged the FWA inconsistency. This video is just built on that analysis and it points out further inconsistency of data reporting. So you can watch the earlier video here and I'll paste the link of that video in the description. Pattern suggests, systematic oversight. People are not doing their job. If TRAI has taken the responsibility, so I beg with folded hands to TRAI, please do your job. Please do not put out all these reports, inconsistent report, because people are reporting, press journalists are reporting, people are getting confused with your reporting. There is absolutely no synergy. It is clear that, you have to put your mind and make sure that all that you're reporting is correct. And if there are any errors, please make sure that you issue a corrigendum. So that's to correct those reports. So that's all I would like to say, friends. Hope that you like my video. Anything that you have in your mind which I have inadvertently not captured or I've done anything incorrect, so please let me know in the comment section. I'll come back with a new video next time on a new topic, and thanks for listening till the end. Thank you very much.